Well, it's good to be back. Haven't seen you for quite a while now, but unfortunately we've had a few issues going on, family related, so I won't bore you with all that, but I've actually got some time now to show you how I create these 3D printed sculptures of the members of our family. That's the head of the family in the middle. Now there's me and Alison. There's other parts of the family. Obviously we haven't got Batman in the family, but that's a photograph I'll show you in a minute. What I'm hoping to do today is show you how I created these. As you can see, it's got quite detail. Once they're photographed, once they're painted, they'll look a lot better. I'll show you how it's done. Thank you again for watching. Well, hello and welcome back. Like I say, I haven't been with you for quite a while. Literally had a few family issues going on for several months, and this is the first time I could sit down and create anything for yourselves. Won't go into any of those sort of problemos, but I'm back here anyway. Little bit unprepared, but I just want to do something for you and show you what I'm doing at the moment. I might have shown you a little bit of a video before I started this of what I'm creating. What I'm trying to do, or what I have done, I'm creating 3D printed structures or images of family members. So you can take a photograph. I'll just show something on here. Let's say you can take a photograph. Where are we going? Let's get a photograph here. You can take a photograph. This is Megan, my youngest son's girlfriend. You can take a photograph and convert that into a 3D image. I just want to show you how it's done. This program is called Tripo, T-R-I-P-O web. You can have a paid version, but this is the free version, and I believe you don't have to put any credit card details or bank details at all. You literally just put an email address, and it gives you up to 300 credits or tokens a month that you can use. Each action uses some of those credits, and I'll show you. So what you can do, like I say, you add. Let's start from the beginning. Here. This is what they call the basic version. So basically all you're doing, add an image, convert it to a 3D design and print it. You've got the studio version, which is a bit more in depth. Not for me, it's a bit too more advanced for me. So you can generate 3D model through here, which has got a lot more features. You can add shadow, add things together. So from here you just click on image to 3D, get an image, which we said before was Megan. So now we've got Megan as this could be anything you want. So you do that, then you've got your asset there, and to generate the 3D image of Megan, see here it's going to be, you can change all these different structures, and then just put generate. It's going to cost 15 of your credits. So to create, it's creating it now. If you want to pay extra to speed it up, you can, but as I say, this is a 100% free program, and I think the beauty of it, if you suggest friends or colleagues and they sign up as well, I think you get credits on top each month. So I will put all the details in the description at the bottom. Like I say, if you want to use my little link, it will give me a few credits plus yourself some extra free credits, and between us, it will help each other out. So that is creating that from the image. So we click on here. There she is. That's Megan now as a 3D structure. So it's taken just a 2D flat photograph and basically creating her as a 3D image. So that's that way of doing it. And what I like to do is, and then if you want to save that, obviously you can go here to export and export it how you like. So let's just go back here to the we go to the light version. I find this just as easy. It's exactly the same thing, but looks a lot more straightforward. So what you want to do is generate a 3D model. So click on here, down the bottom, image, add image. There's Megan again. So you're adding Megan. And for some reason this one uses 50 credits, but maybe it does it slightly better. I'm not 100% sure. So now it's going to create Megan now. Oh, this will produce color with the image as well. So if you wanted to, you know, so you got a multicolored printer, you could probably add color to your 3D image. So this is going to generate it in color. But like I say, if you're going to mainly produce an STL file for your 3D printing, you don't need color. You can add the color obviously with paint or whatever afterwards. Like it says down here, you can subscribe or pay for a subscription, and that will speed that up. But for what we need, this is perfectly adequate. So it's doing the structure, adding the texture. I don't know how it does it. It's amazing. I think like I said, AI is fantastic. So now we got Megan there in color. So it's taken that photograph, just this photograph down here, and then created, obviously the detail's not fantastic. You can pay for upgraded subscriptions to get better, faster, more detail, but for what we need, that is perfectly fine. So from here, what we need to do now is save it as a file that our 3D printer can print, which is either an STL file or a 3MF file. We're going to download it as an STL. So literally, you're just going to click download. It's going to take 5 of your credits to download it. So now it's downloaded now into my download folder. And from there, I'll just put it onto a folder I've got on my desktop so I can find it easier when I'm coming to use it later. You can see I've already put a couple in there already. Paste. Okay, so that's that. So basically, like I say, you can take any photograph and convert it into a 3D structure. And what I'll show you now is how we can use that structure through the printer and print it out. Alright, I'll be back in a minute when I open up the other bit of software. See you in a bit. So there we are now, we're back in the Orca Slicer software. This is my slicing software for my Elegoo. I've got the Elegoo Neptune 4 Plus, which I absolutely adore, which we'll show you printed out in a minute. So from the main opening page, obviously you got all this lot going on. We'll add the image we just created. So that would be the 3MF, and these are the STL files. So, but when you import the STL file, it's so small. It's like a little dinky thing. So all you do, the first thing you want to do is resize it. I find if I do is 600%. 600% takes it to 150 millimeters, which is a great size to print out. And that's basically it. There's Megan now in a 3D 3MF file. From there, what I like to do is add some supports. I use the standard tree supports, and plus, because it's just like a plastic model, it's not going to be used for any great structural properties. You can turn the strength down. I put the infill down to 10. This just speeds the print up a little bit. So from there, at the moment I'm using 0.2 millimeter standard, layer height. You can change that to whatever you like, but this is perfect for this I'll just show you the time difference actually. If we slice it at 0.2mm, which they class as a standard Elegoo speed or quality, or whichever way you want to say, that will take 3 hours and 53 minutes to produce that image. We can change to extra draft. That will do it a lot quicker. Well, not a lot quicker, but we'll show you. That's going to do it at, let's have a look here, 2 hours and 37. So for an image or a structure, it doesn't need a great lot of detail for now. We'll do it in the extra draft just to show you what it comes out like. But like I say, if you want to do, fine, just give you an example of how long. This is the quality of the print, or the more detail you get in your print. But because this isn't a very detailed image anyway, you just get the main structural form. You don't need it to be fantastic. You add the detail more with the painting afterwards, which hopefully we'll show later on when my wife paints them, but that's going to be in a few weeks time, not today. So this is just demonstrating the time difference between the different qualities. Oh, it's all exciting, isn't it? So see, that would take 6 hours 46. If it's going to be an extremely detailed face, then maybe you would use that sort of setting. But because we're basically just going for the main form, I'll probably use extra draft for the quickness. That's that. Hopefully this is coming out. Let's see. And then we'll fire this off to my printer upstairs. I'll have to go and switch the printer on first, and then we'll start that off. Right, bear with me. I will, because I don't think. Oh yeah, my printer is on upstairs, so hopefully you can see that the printer's on. What I'll do while we're here recording, I will send that across now to the printer. This is sending the file from downstairs now upstairs via the Wi-Fi, and hopefully you'll see this starting upstairs. That's sent across now upstairs. If you can see, that's initializing upstairs. The temperature will go up, the bed will heat up, and I'll go upstairs now and I'll record a little bit of this doing for you. Alright, there we go. That's how you do that. So you're taking a flat photograph of any object, creating a 3D STL file, and now we're printing it upstairs. Alright, I'll be back in a minute to show you what's going on upstairs. Right, thanks for looking. I'll be back in a moment. Well, hopefully you can see what's going on upstairs. If not, then it will be a bit of a waste of time. But I've set my camera upstairs doing like a time lapse. So you've seen us create this. So we prepared the image. There's the preview of the image. That's been sent now upstairs to the 3D printer. It's going to take 2 hours and 37 minutes. You can see, what's going to layer by layer. And that's what it's doing upstairs. You can't see my camera upstairs, it's off screen over this sort of direction, but it's stuck on my chair on top of a bin. So if it falls off, I don't know why my wife's apologising for sneezing. Bless you, my dear, bless you. So yeah, that's the heat. It's up to 220. The bed is just 55. And away it goes. like I say, it starts off going to say it's going to take a bit longer, but the time it settles down, the first 2 or 3 layers are a bit slower. That's it. Hopefully it's catching us upstairs. If not, I'm sure you can see the principle of what I'm trying to do. And when it has finished printing upstairs, I'll show you the quality that comes out. Okay, thanks again for watching. I'll give you another bit of video when it's finished. I will speak to you in a bit. Well, there's some of the models my wife's printed before. Well, I've printed before and Alison's painted, which you can see is what we're trying to do now with the actual family members. Go back into this room. It's unfortunate, I do apologise, it's a mess again. But like I say, I haven't been here for a while. But the image has been sent now upstairs. And now it's just warming up the bed and the head of the printer. And we'll start printing that off. So I've printed it off in white. So this is the Elegoo, which you know, you've seen before. There's my other printer, it's up there. I might leave this on, show you a bit of, as it's building up, maybe do a little bit of, what do they call it? When you print stuff slowly. Oh, I can't remember now. I'll show you in a minute anyway. But I'll be back, hopefully, when the model's finished. I'll see you in a bit. The word I was thinking was time-lapse. So I'll probably try and put my stand, maybe do a little bit of time-lapse of this being created. Alright. I will set that up now, and I'll see you in a bit. Well, unfortunately I was in the process of doing a time lapse. I got to about 2 minutes before the end and my phone ran out of charge, so it didn't complete, unfortunately. But that is the 3D model done now on the Elegoo. As you can see, what I'll do, I'll put it on a stand, I'll take the I'll take it off the base and we'll see what it looks like. Bear with me, I'll see you in a minute. Here we go, get this off the base. It's still quite warm. Hope you can see it from there. I'm trying to do it at a strange angle. As you can tell, it's come out really nice. What I use is a pair of pliers and a little pair of snippers if need be. What I'm trying to do is take off a lot of the bigger stuff. Holding her arm up. I'll put it straight into the bin. I'll try and do it in front of you actually. Put on the desk here. I'll take it off in a minute. That's holding off all the back. So easy to come apart. It's holding our collar up. You've got to be a little bit careful. Sometimes you've got some like thinner bits. It might pull an arm off or something, which I have done that in the past. You might wait 9 hours for a print, and then that there is part of her scarf, so I don't want to pull that off. That's like so. On the bum. It's a little bit haphazard, but you can see where I'm going with it. Put in there. That should come away now. It comes away nicely. A little bit there. This is all part of her scarf coming down there. If you remember on the picture, there's a bit of a scarf, so I'll leave it on there. If something else needs to come afterwards, I'll take it off. What I do as well, you got little bits of like fuzzy fluff. I don't know if you can see it in between the legs there. If you just heat it up, a little bit of blowtorch, and that cleans up all the fluff. So there you go. That's what it looks like from start to finish. Now Alison can paint that. They stand up quite nicely. There you go, it's a bit white, so I don't know if you can see it very well. But that's it. And I'll try and show you when one's finally painted one day. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm sure I'll bring something up a bit later on this week, and I'll catch you again soon.